This is Decoding Learning Differences with Kimberlyn Lavelle. This episode is part of our series, Optimizing Your Child's Learning Through Getting to Know Your Kid Strengths. So in this episode, we'll be talking about getting to know your child's strengths and how that will help you optimize your child's learning, allowing for your child to learn the very best they can in the easiest, most accessible way possible. So the big thing that we have to do here is to discover what our child's strengths are. What are your child's strengths? How do you know what your child's strengths are? It's a little bit sad. Sometimes parents get so focused on what their child is struggling with that when I ask them, what are your child's strengths? I've had parents not be able to tell me. Or they'll say something like, well, they've got so many. And they aren't able to name any. Like, they know that their child has strengths, but they've been so focused on naming the concerns or the issues that they've not taken time to reflect and name the strengths. Knowing our child's strengths will definitely help us to better educate our children. So please take some time and get to know, what are your child's strengths? What are they really good at? And it doesn't have to be something that you think is going to lead to a career in something specific. Whatever they are really good at. I had an interview with Peter Crosby, and he mentioned, encouraging your autistic child that if they're hand flapping, let them hand flap. It's their strength, right? They're really good at hand flapping. And that might feel really uncomfortable. But one of the things he was talking about is when you are comfortable and you're good with their stemming, they actually stem less. But whatever it is, whatever your child is really good at, they're really good at talking back to you. You could reframe that into they're really good at expressing their beliefs and their thoughts. They're really good at standing up for themselves. They're really good at communicating their desires. You can definitely look for those strengths. Think really carefully, what are they really good at? And even if you start with it as kind of a negative, because that's how it's been framed, how can you flip that around to be a positive? A lot of children get in trouble for something, and it winds up being their superpower. I've heard it so many times. I've given the example several times of my husband got in trouble for drawing video games in school. Got his notebook taken away. He wound up being a video game designer. He gets paid to make video games, to design video games, just like he was doing in his notebook. And guess what? He has a whole bunch of notebooks that he still designs video games in because that's part of the process. There are people who used to get in so much trouble for always talking. And now they're public speakers. They get paid a lot of money to go talk. So sometimes the negative piece is actually your child's strength. So don't just be looking for the things that are assumed to be good qualities. Look for whatever it is that they do better than anyone else. And not even better than anyone else. What do they do better than anything else that they do? What is their relative strength even? Because for their age, for themselves, compared to their other abilities, what is it that they are really good at? Knowing what they're really good at can help us really drive where do we need to focus our efforts and really build on those strengths so that we can help them to be more successful with those strengths in the future. So discover your child's strengths. and then boost them. Discover that your child is really good at talking back and help them do even better at it. Maybe they're going to be an amazing lawyer, being able to argue any case and win. Maybe they're just going to work on that and persuade people, they might be a politician, or just work on writing laws to make a difference in the world, or be an activist that is working on making a difference in the world. So encourage it. They're really good at talking back. Help them get better at it. Does that feel scary? It can feel scary, and that's okay. Recognize how it makes you feel. Work on that, accept it, and accept exactly who your child is in each moment. So whatever they're really good at, help to make them even better at that thing. I was just thinking back to that episode that I mentioned with Peter Crosby. He also talked about his advice for parents of children with autism was help them be as autistic as possible. And that's kind of exactly what I'm saying right now. Whatever your child's strength is, whatever they're really good at, help them be even better at it, even if it doesn't feel like A+. So I want to know, what are your child's strengths? Are you struggling with this concept? Have you had a hard time figuring out what their strengths might be? Reach out to me, let me know. Kimberlyn at decodinglearningdifferences.com. It's the best way to get a hold of me is the email. I look forward to hearing from you. And I'll talk to you again next week.